Well, Mr. Bone, you did manage it, didn't you? There's been a lot of talk about you, so I am not going to say very much more about you. But you managed it, didn't you? We know in the Labour Party you don't like us. We know that you don't agree with us. We know that you don't think we're doing anything for the real people of this country, let alone the working class of this country. So, Mr. Bone, I'll leave it there, but in all honesty, you played the Tory media a wonderful card. Couple of things that are just sort of worth mentioning. We seem to be seeing videos of Rhys Mogg saying he'd actually love to play by the rules, and he normally does play by the rules, and as a true upper-class gent, he always plays the ball, not the man. I mean, yes, one could have seen Jacob on the rugger field. I mean, in rugger, would you, in good British rugger, hack another player down? Kick them in the testicles? Clearly, Jacob Rees-Mogg seems to say, apparently quite openly, that this is nothing to do with Labour, momentum, or any, he says, of the left. Mr. Bone represents a minority anarchist group. Well, that much aside, let's just talk about what the Tories do so well, what they're continuing to do so well, and that is making other people suffer. They're really good at it, aren't they? In fact, here in Norfolk and Suffolk, where I'm talking from, they're increasing the suffering of other people, particularly by cuts to mental health services. Here in Norfolk and Suffolk, you can speak to somebody who's been diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder and has had to wait something like 6 to 8 weeks to even get a telephone conversation, a telephone consultation. You can talk to people who are actively planning suicide and are not, in fact, referred to the local psychiatric team. Not at all. They are referred to Mind or the Samaritans or some kind of other therapy that is supposed to be available if you attend what is called recovery college. That's people actively not committing, obviously, but considering suicide. People with the means, wherewithal, and opportunity to do it are being treated like this, or not being treated, as the case may be, because I don't think the mental health services really any good in Norfolk and Suffolk. In fact, I think it's a disgrace. And I know why it's a disgrace, because people like Jacob Rees-Mogg are being paid money to run their corporations and avoid their taxes and use our public services without bloody contributing anything, and money that could be used to fund more nurses, more mental health nurses even, more doctors, more teachers, more firefighters, more police, is being siphoned off to pay private corporations and the directors thereof massive bonuses. Don't think that's very fair, do you? These seem to be what we would call public services, i.e. your taxes pay to get you served, but it doesn't seem to work that way. Like with the railways, most of the profits being made out of them are being ploughed into other companies, not even resident in this country, not even UK companies. Ah, well, let's go on to another favourite topic, war. Oh, there's always money for war, isn't there? Whether it be over some false flag attack, whether it be over some constant fear of terrorism, whatever it is, there's always money for war. And the Tories, being stark und stabil, strong and stable, like to keep their war chest well topped up. So, in all honesty, is it a surprise that we are where we are? Brexit-wise, well, up the famous creek without a paddle, going like lemmings into the darkness, all going here, here, and we know, don't we? Brexit was always about race. Quietly, behind it all is we don't want any more nasty brown people over here. Send the brown people back. That's what was behind Brexit all along. It's going to go through, I expect. Fancy a nice long queue, truck drivers waiting to get through the chaos at borders and stuff like that. Medicines, they're going to be under threat, aren't they? Oh, once again. But anyway, at least the minority will have been pleased, or should I say appeased. Right, I'm off because I haven't got much more constructive stuff to say. But, as I say, don't forget, even Rees-Mogg said that Mr. Bone and the anarchists have nothing to do with Labour, momentum, or even being so kind as the left wing. That's assuming, of course, that tweet wasn't a fake. Who knows? Bye.